Quick, everyone, do you see what I see?
Microsoft Office going through updates.
Exactly. This is the version of Office 365, which is available through the My Campus portal when you engage the Office 365 option out of the My Campus portal, and it comes up in your browser in the upper right corner. You have a chance to install it on your local machine. I am signed on with my UVI login, right? So that's something you see here. And the important thing I wanted to show you is that it is an unfortunate reality of how we live in our world today. Please tell me you do remember my mention of the whole new version of Windows that was released as the weekend was starting. I think from Tuesday we covered this, right? Did we not mention something about this on Tuesday?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Since then, there has been a cumulative update for this whole new version. So what are we saying? There's a cumulative version already for the whole new release of Windows 10, and Windows 11 is still showing that it's going to be coming soon or available soon. But the other dynamic is that sometimes if you're working with Access and you're walking through a step-by-step, if you run into difficulties, I like to check. This is the home screen that came up. And essentially, when I opened up Access, this is where it parks. I can open up a blank new database, but I go to Account, and then from Account, I hit this, and away we go, right? So if you don't do that very often, after you see all of these other major updates, right, it's a good idea to just check. And why would you want to do that? Well, once again, you don't want any hiccups or things that fail to work based on what you're seeing with the walkthrough, the video. And so that's what I wanted to share with you in our 3.4 solution, the CTurtle database. You have these text files you can import and the samples to work from, the screen images. And essentially, if you click on this YouTube, there will be some differences. The new version of Access, things are in a slightly different place. I'd like it if you could get into this and get started. And as you run into any hiccups, we can share screens and resolve and get on with it. Also posted this 3.5 assessment just to remind everyone, by the start of Tuesday, I said Tuesday 2 November, it's actually 1 November. The actual due date is 1 November. Yep. And I'm going to go ahead and change that just to avoid confusion. So I'm going to edit the test and then edit the title. So we can say Tuesday. Oh, it's actually 1 November. And my cursor wants to keep jumping over. So I did not plan to introduce any new material, but rather what I wanted to do was to, there we go, 1 November. What I wanted to do was to open the session up to give you an opportunity to get into this and get some work started. You want to do this before you get to your assessment. And this was technically due by 3 p.m. today. If I look at the number of people who have submitted, well, that really hasn't happened yet. So we want to give people a little more time to get in there and get started, right? So when you get into your screen, your experience may differ because of the differences in versions. You know, especially if you haven't updated your Office recently or as much. So I'm going to go ahead and keep running this in the background, but I'll go ahead and stop recording and stop sharing and ask if anyone would like some assistance getting started with this, because
Oh, I finished that already.
okay,
A few small hiccups, but I basically got the gist of it set up, the relationships and everything. And I did send the file with the screenshots,
good.
just in case anything went wrong.
That's good. That's excellent. I'm glad to hear that. It is a very basic, you know, it's a 3-point activity. So so when I tell people that we'll use the rest of the class period to assist, we'll stop sharing and stop recording. Then I'll ask everyone to leave the session. The reason I want you to leave the session is when you come back in, if you leave and then come right back in, it creates a list of students that are in the waiting room